Before starting, I recommend you subscribe to the person that made the creepypasta. They are new and deserve the attention.
Fawn. Who is she? What is she? Fawn is a part of the widely known game WildCraft, an animal simulator where you hunt and grow for your family, unlock new animals and skins, and can even make friends with the online multiplayer mode. Over the years, there have been rumors, stories, and even real entities in the game. Some are NPCs, some are hackers, some are even paranormal beings. But one thing many have in common is the fact that they are usually a threat. There are some non-harmful ones, such as Nidhogg, a funny little glitch you can find. Others can cause problems to your account, such as Priver, a dangerous variation of the husky pet. But some can even cause real harm to you, like Jingle, an entity set to take a real form and find your house and... Of course, many of these are just hoaxes and can't actually do any real harm. But what can you do if you do happen to come across a dangerous entity? Not much, really, other than leaving while you can. But not everybody does, and that can result in a rather unfortunate outcome for the player. But what if there was a way to stay safe before an entity even has the chance to cause trouble? What if there was a protector? Something that'll keep you safe? What if there's a way around danger? Fawn is a small female horsefoal, the size of a stage 1 cub in WildCraft. She has the common white dappled with orange skin and silver eyes. Fawn is very different from the many entities within the game. Nobody's exactly sure when or how she came to be. Nobody is even entirely sure what she truly is. Is she an NPC? Is she a friendly hacker? Is she a guardian angel? Whatever she is, no one can confirm whether or not she is what people claim she is. But what exactly does Fawn do? Fawn is like a guardian of sorts, keeping players safe from entities before any harm can be done. She warns players when something is about to go wrong and gives them steps on how to avoid such things. Fawn considers herself to be your friend, so long as your reputation is above very bad. If your reputation is very bad, well, she isn't exactly a savior anymore, but a threat. Some people claim that when their reputation was very bad and they encountered Fawn, rather than being kind and polite like she usually is, she was hostile and rude, shaming them for having a bad reputation and telling them to leave. Immediately, she would begin to chase the player. No matter how fast the player is or where they run, despite her size, Fawn will always be faster and will eventually catch up to you no matter what. When she catches you, your screen will go black, before going to the loading screen, where you will soon find that you've somehow been teleported to the multiplayer mode. Here, you will be met with the events that lead up to the encounter of an entity commonly known as the Scythe Horse. Some theorize that Fawn is somehow associated with the Scythe Horse, though there is no confirmation or evidence that this is true. Fawn is quite unique in her summoning process. To summon her, the player must kill 6 of the animal they are playing as, which will require it to be on a different map depending on which animal you play as. Wolves can be found and killed in the Winter Forest map, foxes in the Wild Plains and Winter Forest maps, lynxes in the Winter Forest map, the pandas in the China Forest map, the lions in the Savannah map, the mustangs in the Farm map, the cheetahs in the Savannah and Savannah Lake maps, the tigers in the China Forest map, the gorillas in the Wild Jungles map, and the Asian elephants in the Wild Jungles map. Kangaroos do not have an exact enemy counterpart, but wallabies are a substitute and can be found in the Australia map. Crocodile players can pick any enemy crocodiles between the Nile crocodiles in the Ancient Egypt map, the saltwater crocodiles in the Australia map, and the caimans in the Wild Jungles map. Eagles have no enemy counterparts or substitutes, therefore it is impossible to summon Fawn as an eagle. After killing 6 enemy counterparts of your animal, the player is then supposed to go to the farm map as the exact same animal you were playing as. Changing animals or playing as a different family member will ruin all progress and you will have to start over. Once in the farm map, the player will then have to fight the Furious Bull boss and die once, then win the second time. If you die more than once, your progress will be lost and you'll have to start again. Once you've defeated the Furious Bull, the player will then have to go to the windmill on the map as seen here. However, you may only find Fawn on your own, with the exceptions of pets and buddies, so you must put your family away after beating the Furious Bull if they are with you. Once you've made it to the windmill, if you look behind it, you'll find a small sleeping foal and will be given the option to interact with it, a button of a deer above it with question marks underneath. If you have a reputation above very bad, the following cutscene will play. However, if your reputation is very bad, you'll be greeted with this cutscene instead. You will then be teleported to multiplayer mode by Fawn and soon greeted by the Scythe Horse. But if you have accepted Fawn's offer to protect you, you will then be warned of any possible threat to your game, such as dangerous entities and NPCs. Fawn will give you detailed explanations on what to do if you find yourself in this situation. If you follow the given directions correctly, you'll be safe from any entity no matter how dangerous they may be. You will forever be protected by Fawn unless you delete and re-download the game, or if your reputation drops to very bad. If you have been given Fawn's protection and your reputation becomes very bad, Fawn will spawn in any map in single-player mode after your reputation drops, and she will then speak to you of how you betrayed her and are no longer worthy of protection. She will then state that she will give you to him being Scythehorse, but you will never see her again, even if your reputation goes up, as you've damaged her trust. Her protection will no longer work, and you are no longer safe from threats, and you'll never be able to gain her protection ever again on that account, so make sure to stay a decent person in WildCraft. To summarize everything, Fawn is a friendly entity within WildCraft whose purpose is to keep you safe from dangerous entities within the game. She will punish players with a very bad reputation by giving them to Scythehorse. Fawn is definitely an entity you want to search for if you want almost guaranteed safety from in-game threats. But she will only give her protection to those who are worthy and those who are willing to cooperate. If you don't follow her instructions on how to keep yourself safe, things will be out of her control, and you'll be damaged by whatever entity you may come across. Whatever Fawn is, she's one to be appreciated. Just remember to be kind and respectful, just like her, and you'll be safe. Hey guys, it's Banana. I hope you enjoyed the story. This is my first WildCraft written story. What the frick? This is my first written WildCraft creepy story. What? This is my first written This is my first written WildCraft creepypasta story, and I'm so excited to share it.
Great story here. Please wait for them to upload a video. They are in progress in making one. And thank you for watching this video.